responsible for $1.2 trillion of our trade. We trade almost twice as much with the Americans as we trade with the rest of the world combined. Trade with the U.S. is 40% of our economy. President Trump yesterday made an unjustified threat of a 25% tariff on our already weak and shrinking economy. Justin Trudeau and Chrystia Freeland were surprised. Amazingly, everyone else knew something like this could be coming because President Trump had been talking about it for years on the campaign trail. Yet 20 days ago, Chrystia Freeland said, "Don't worry, Canada will be fine." Apparently, neither she nor Justin Trudeau were following what the incoming president was saying. And now we must take account and we must be honest with our unprecedented weakness.
ምስ ኣሜሪካ ንገብሮ ናይ ንግዲ ልውውጥ $1.2 ትሪልዮን ይበጽሕ። ምስ ኣሜሪካን ዘለና ናይ ንግዲ ልውውጥ ልዕሊ 2 ዕጽፊ ማለት ካብ ናይ ሙሉእ ብምሉእ ንገብሮ ናይ ንግዲ ልውውጥ እቲ ዝዓበየ ንግዲ ምስ ኣሜሪካ ኢና ንገብር። ብሓጺሩ ምስ ኣሜሪካ ዘለና ናይ ንግዲ ልውውጥ 40% ናይ ካናዳ ኢኮኖሚ ምስኡ ዝተተሓሓዘ እዩ። ትማሊ ፕሬዚደንት ትራምፕ ሓድሽ ናይ ንግዲ ርግጫ ልዕሊ 25% ኩሉ ካብ ካናዳ ንኣሜሪካ ዝኣቱ ቀረጽ ከፍሎ ምዃኑ የፈራርሐና ኣሎ። ኣብ ሰዓት እዚ ሕጊ ካናዳ ምስ ዘሎ ኩነታት ኣዝዩ ሕማቕ ዝኾነ ኢኮኖሚ ዘሎ ምስ 10 ዓመት ቅድሚ ሕጂ ዝሓለፈ ክንወዳድሮ ከለና ማለት። እዚ ዓይነት ሓድሽ ሕጊ መሰውፀአ ትራምፕ ክሪስቲያን ፍሪላንድ ማለት ናይ ካናዳ ናይ ፋይናንስ ሚኒስተር ከምኡውን ጃስቲን ትሩዶ ናይ ካናዳ ፕራይም ሚኒስተር ከም ሰርፕራይዝድ ኮይኖም ማለት በዚ ሓድሽ ሕጊ ተሰናቢዶም። እንተኾነ ኣነ ሰርፕራይዝ ኣይኮንኩን። ሰርፕራይዝ ይኮንኩሉ ምክንያት ከዓ እዚ ከጋጥም ከም ዝኽእል ቅድሚ ዓመታት እውን ፕሬዚደንት ትራምፕ ኣብ ሓላፍነት እንተደኣ ተመሊሰ ንኹለን ምስ ኣሜሪካ ንግዲ ዝገብራ ዝለዓለ ቀረጽ ወይ ርግጫ ክኽፍለን ምዃኑ ሓቢሩ ነይሩ እዩ። ንምንታይ ከም ዝንሓበረ ከም ዋዛ ሪኦሞ ኣዝዩ ይገርመኒ። ዝገርም ቅድሚ 20 መዓልታት ይኸውን ክሪስቲና ፍሪላንድ እዚኣ ናይ ፋይናንስ ሚኒስተር ናይ ካናዳ ማለት እዩ ኣይትሸገሩ ካናዳ ወልሓንቲ ትኾን እያ ኩሉ ኣብ ትሕቲ ቁፅፅር እዩ ዘሎ ክትብል እያ ዕሽሽ ክትብል ሓሊፋቶ። እዚ ዝገርም ከዓ ንሳ ወይ ፕራይም ሚኒስተር ናይ ካናዳ እዚ ሓድሽ ናይ ኣሜሪካ ፕሬዚደንት ዶናልድ ትራምፕ እንታይ ብል ከም ዝነበረ ብጠቕላላ ኣይሰምዖን እዮም ነይሮን። እምበር ንሱስ ካብ ቀደሙ ቀረጽ ክውሰም ምዃኑ እናሓበረ እዩ መጺኡ ብኡ ኢኻ ተመሪጹ። ሕጂ ጌጋና ክንእመን ኣለና። እዚ ህልው ኩነታት ከዓ ብዕቱብ ክንፈትሖ ክንፅዕር ኣለና። እዚ ክንገብር ኣለና። ድሕሪ 9 ዓመት ናይ ጃስቲን ትሩዶ መሪሕነት ናይ ካናዳ GDP ወይ ግሮስ ዶሜስቲክ ፕሮዳክት ዝተሓተ ኮይኑ ኣሎ። እዚ ማለት እዘን G7 ዝበሃላ ሃገራት እቲ ዝተሓተን ብመንጽር ኢኮኖሚ ክረአ ከሎ ናይ ካናዳ ዝተሓተ ኮይኑ ኣብ ሰዓት እዚ ይርከብ። እዚ ከዓ ጃስቲን ትሩዶ ኣብ ሓላፍነት ካብ ድመጽእ እዩ። ቅድሚኡ ሃርፐር ከሎ ናይ ካናዳ ኢኮኖሚ ኣብ ዝለዓለ ደረጃ እዩ ነይሩ። ነዞም ካናዳ ዘይተቐመጡ እዚ ሃርፐር ዝበሃል ዘሎ ቅድሚ ፕራይም ሚኒስተር ጃስቲን ትሩዶ ከም ፕራይም ሚኒስተር ኮይኑ ዘገልግል ዝነበረ እዩ። ብዛዕባ ሃርፐር ኣብ ቀጻሊ ኣስፋሕ ኣቢላ ክገልጸልኩም እየ። ንቐጽል ገለ ካብቲ ንካናዳውያን ጎኒፎም ዘሎ ሽግራት ክገልጸልኩም። ገዛ ኸራይ ብጣዕሚ ከቢሩ፣ ሞርጌጅ ብጣዕሚ ከቢሩ፣ ኢንትረስት ሬት ብጣዕሚ ከቢሩ፣ ኩሉ ዕጽፍ ኮይኑ ልዕሊ ርብዒ ናይ ህዝቢ ካናዳ ኣብ ሕማቕ ኩነታት ማለት ካብ ኢዱ ናብ ኣፉ እዩ ዝነብር ዘሎ ፔቸክ ቱ ፔቸክ ማለት እዩ። ከምዚ ኢሉ ከዓ ናብራ ክቕጽል ኣይክእልን እዩ። ክብሪ ዋጋታት ሓለኽቲ ቀዳማይ ግሮሰሪን መግብን፣ ካልኣይ ልዕሊ 2 ሚልዮን ሰባት ናብ ፉድ ባንክ ይኸዱ። ናይ ዋጋ መግብታት 37% ኣብ ካናዳ በዚሑሎ ወይ ከቢሩሎ ምስ ኣሜሪካ ክወዳደር ከሎ ብሕፅር ዝበለ ናይ ካናዳ ኢኮኖሚ ኣብ ከባቢ ምውዳቕ የማን ፀጋም የዘዚ ኣሎ። ንዚ ኩሉ ፀገማት ከለና ናይ ዶናልድ ትራምፕ ሓድሽ ዝኾነ 25% ቀረፅ ኣብ ልዕሊ ካናዳውያን ዝካየድ ንግዲ እንተዳኣትይዎ እንታይ ክንከውና ዝብል ሓሳብ ከንዕለና። ብጣዕሚ ኣዝዩ ዘሰክፍ ዝኾነ ኩነታት እዩ ወሳኒ ንኢኮኖሚ ንካናዳ እዩ ብሕፅር ዝበለ መደብ የድልየና ኣሎ እቲ መደብ እንታይ ክኾን ኣለዎ ንዝብል ሕቶ እንሆ ቁፅሪ 1 ቀዳምነት ካናዳ ክትስራዕ ኣለዋ ካናዳ ቀዳምነት ክንሰርዓ ኣለና ኣብ ኢኮኖሚ ኣብ ፀጥታ ኣብ ውሕስነት ህዝቢ ንጀምር ብኢኮኖሚ ኢልና ንጃሰን ትሩዶ ሓደ ፃውዒት ከቕርበለ ኩሉ እቲ ፍልልይና ኣሊና ነዚ ገጢምና ዘሎ ሽግር ብኸመይ ክንፈትሖ ክንሰርሕ ኣለና እዚ ክብል ከለኹ እዚ ጃሰን ትሩዶ ኣውፂዎ ዘሎ መደብ ካብ ወርሒ 4/2025 ኩሉ እቲ ናይ ካርቦን ታክስ ካብ 17 ሳንቲም ዝነበረ ናብ 60 ሳንቲም ከስግሮ ወይ ክውስኸሉ ሓሲቡ ደሎ 4 ዕፅፊ እንድሕር ወሲኹሉ ኢኮኖሚ ካናዳ ቅፅል ኣይክእልን እዩ ስለዚ ምዝ ናይ ዶናልድ ትራምፕ ኩነታት ኣረኣኢና እዚ ናይ ካርቦን ታክስ ኮምፕሊትሊ ጠጠው ከብሎ ኣለዎ ክሓኮ ኣለዎ መታን ናይ ካናዳ ኢኮኖሚ ክመሓየሽን ክመዓራረን ብመጀመርቱ እዚ ዓይነት መደብ ኣዝዩ ሕማቕ ነይሩ ብጣዕሚ ዘይሓላፍነታዊ ካብቲ ፕራይም ሚኒስተር ናይ ካናዳ ዝገብሮ ሓደ ነገር እዩ እዚ ወሰኽ ናይ ቀረፅ ኣብ ዝተፈላለየ መግብታት እሞ ከዓ ናይ ዶናልድ ትራምፕ ቀረፅ እንተደኣ ተወሲኽዎ ህዝቢ ካናዳ ኣብ ምንታይ ክወድቕ እዚ ዶናልድ ትራምፕ ኣውፅኦ ዘሎ መደብ ንካናዳ ኣብ ዝኸፍአ ኩነታት ክሸማ እዩ 25% ቀረፅ እንተደኣ ጌርላ እዚ ኩሉ ካናዳ ዝፈሪ ከመይ ኢሉ ንካናዳ ክሽየጥ ኣይክኸውንን እዩ
to accept that he cannot go ahead with quadrupling the carbon tax to 61 cents a litre. This was an irresponsible policy to begin with, but combining this kind of crippling energy tax increase with potential tariffs from Donald Trump would push our economy into a nightmare and a tailspin. So let's put partisanship aside and axe the tax. Second, next, he has to cancel all tax increases on work, investment, and making stuff in Canada. Finally, he needs to renew and restart the commitment to end the softwood lumber tariffs and the Buy America policies, just like Stephen Harper was successful in doing, even though Justin Trudeau has not been able to do that under 3 presidents and 9 years. On security. To accept that he cannot go ahead.
ስለዚ ኣብዛ ቀዳመይቲ ነጥቢ ኩሉ እቲ ፍልልይና ኣሊና ንካናዳውያን ኣብ ቀዳምነት ክንሰርዖም በዚ ከዓ እዚ ካርቦን ታክስ ኮምፕሊትሊ ክሕከኽን ክእለን ኣለዎ ኣብ ዝሓለፈ ሰሙን ከም ዝገለጽኮ ኣብ ኣልበርታ ናይ ኤነርጂ ካፕ ተገይሩ ነይሩ ኣልበርታ እታ ዝዓበየት ናይ ነዳዲ ተፍሪ ኣብ ሙሉእ ካናዳ እያ እቲ ዝሓየለን ዝበርትዐን ኢኮኖሚ ከዓ ካብ ኣልበርታ እዩ ዝምንጩ በዚ ምክንያት ከዓ ዝበዝሐ ኤርትራዊ ንኣልበርታ ዝመጽእ ናይ ስራሕ ዕድላት ኣሎ ከምኡን እቲ ናይ ፔትሮሊየም ቢዝነስ ሓያል ዝኾነ ቢዝነስ እዩ ኣብ ሰዓት እዚ ንኣልበርታ ናይ 30% ካፕ ማለት ካብዚ ንላዕሊ ክትሰርሑ ኣይትኽእሉን ኢኹም ብዝብል እገዳ ተገይሩሎም ኣሎ ስለዚ እቲ ከፍሪዎ ዝኽእሉ ዕቁንን ድሩትን እዩ እዚ ብኸመይ ንካናዳ ይሓስ ይመስለኩም ዝበዝሐ ቢዝነስ ወይ ዝበዝሐ ነዳዲ ካብ ካናዳ ንኣሜሪካ ክስደድ ይኽእል እዩ ዶናልድ ትራምፕ ናብ ሓላፍነት ክምረጽ ከሎ ሓደ ካብቲ ዳእተዎ መብፅዓ ነዳዲ ኣብ ኣሜሪካ ክሕስሮ እየ እዩ ኢልዎም ነዳዲ ኣሜሪካ ክሓስር ተኮይኑ ነዳዲ ኣማራጭ ካብ ካናዳ ክኣትለዎ ብዝሓሰረ ዋጋን ብዝበርትዐ መደብን እንተ ደኣ ናይ ካናዳ መንግስቲ ካናዳ ከተፍርዮ ትኽእል ነዳዲ ካብ ገይሩሉ ወይ እገዳ ገይሩሉ ካብዚ ንላዕሊ ኣይተፍርዩን ኢኹም ኢልዎም ግን ከመይ ኢሉ እዩ ደኣ ሞቲ ኢኮኖሚና ክዓቢ እቲ ሓደ ንኢኮኖሚና ክዕብዮ ዝኽእል እኮ ንግዲ ምስ ኣሜሪካ እንተጌርና ወይ ዝበዝሕ ነዳዲ እንተ ደኣ ካብ ዓድና ክንሸይጥ ክኢልና ስለዚ እዚ እገዳ ገይርዎ ዘሎ ጃሰን ትሩዶ ኮምፕሊትሊ ከኣልዮ ኣለዎ ብመጠን ፐርሰንቴጅ ከዓ 35% ከጉድሎ እዩ ትእዛዝ ወፂኡ ካብ መንግስቲ ኦታዋ ኣብ ሰዓት እዚ እቲ ቀንዲ ዘድልና ንግዲ ንኣሜሪካ ከም ዝኸይድ ይፈልጥ እዩ መንግስቲ ካናዳ ሓደ ካብ ተገብሮ ዘለዎ ነገራት እዚ እዩ ንኩሉ ናይ ሓደሽቲ ስራሓት ናይ ታክስ መደባት ወሲኮ ዘሎ ከቋርጾ ኣለዎ نزوم أب كندا نبرد زفري خا بسلع على درجة غوسغاسن حجز كجبر له من الله كندا بفريات جرب حنت خات كنزحف تما حجرات بعالمية أب ساعة زجن منجست كندا ن أب كندا زفري أجربات متان بوليشن كيف الزحب بال مقرات بزعبية درجة كاب جيرلو وي إجدا جيرلو لعل زي جرب عيد قرصنيهم بمبال مالتيو إتا زعبية حجر زبز حجر بزلوا هاجر جنكا معت إجدايو تجير لازلو إزي منجستي كندا كوردلو سالساي نتبنا ناب نايت ستا قداي نملس وحسنت ستا هيوت كنداويان قدم سومون جاستن ترودو ناي كندا immigration completely كم تحمششن كم تسبرن تزاريبو نيرو ولا قابلك عزن قلات عيتقم إزخا حدش بدوتات كم تسق قدنيو إتي ناي كندا ناي immigration document خمزور إيو 4.9 مليون سبات آب كندا
and then the number of people who will be on a study permit that's expiring. So those who are expiring the end of December 2025, how many of them will actually leave? Are you saying 100% will be expected to leave, or are you going to send CBSA to chase all 766,000?
You know that that is not what happens. There are a number of things that occur. Some people actually get renewals. Some people get postgraduate work permits and stay a longer period. And we do work with CBSA to monitor these things. And when Statistics Canada reports on these, they take into account a whole variety of factors in estimating how many people are here and how many people have left.
ጊዜያዊ መንበሪ ወይ ጊዜያዊ መጽንሒ ወረቐት ኣለዉ እዞም ሰባት እዚኦም ኣብ ታሕሳስ 31/2025 ዓመተ ምህረት ካብ ካናዳ ክወጹ ከም ዘለዎም እቲ ወረቐቶም ሽዑ እዩ ኤክስፓየር ዝኸውን ድሕሪ 13 ኣዋርሕ ማለት እዩ 4.9 ሚልዮን
and then the number of people who
ልኻት ጸብጻብ ካብ መንግስቲ ዝወፀ እዩ ንሕና ከዓ ነዚ ጉዳይ ምስ ሰማዕና ኦኬ እዚ ጉዳይ ሰሚዕና ኣለና እዞም 4.9 ሚልዮን ካብ ዝዓዲ ወፂኦም ድዮም ኣትዮም ድዮም ወይ ኣበየናይ ኩነታት ኣለዉ ወይ ብኸመይ ክምለሱ እዮም ንዘርኢ ብኸመይ ትራክ ትግብሮም ኣለኹም ወይ ብኸመይ ትቋፅሮም ኣለኹም ዝብል ሕቶ ሓቲትና እቲ ዝገርም ዝመፀና መልሲ ካብ ማርክ ሚለር ማለት እዩ ማርክ ሚለር ንዞም ዘይትፈልጥዎ ናይ ካናዳ ናይ ኢሚግሬሽን ኦፊሰር ሓላፊ እዩ ማርክ ሚለር ከዓ እንታይ ኢሉ እወ በቃ ካብ ቃሎም ኢና ንፅብዮም ዘለና ባዕሎም ክወፁ ወረቐቶም ወዲቑ ኢሎም ክምለሱ ይገርም እዩ ናብ ሓምሻይ ጉዳይ ንኸይድ ብዛዕባ ጉዳይ ሚሊታሪ ናይ ካናዳ ሚሊታሪ ኣብ ሰዓት እዚ ኣብ ዝሓየለን ዝበርትዕን ኩነታት ኣይርከብን እዩ እዚ ከዓ ብሕምቀት መንግስቲ ናይ መሪሕነት ጃስትን ትሩዶ እዩ ቅድሚ ቅርብ እዋናት ናብ ሚሊታሪ ዝኸይድ $1 ቢልዮን ክቋርጾ ምዃኑ ፕራይም ሚኒስተር ተዛሪቡ ነይሩ ስለዚ እዚ መደብ እዚ ኣብ ኢፌክት ክሃልዎ ከሎ እቲ 1 ቢልዮን ክቋርጹ ሓሲቡ ዘሎ ከይቋረጽ ኮምፕሊትሊ ክስሩ ዘኸዓ ንሓትት ኣለና እቲ ናይ ሚሊታሪ ዓቕምና ከዓ ናብ ኣዝዩ ዝግባእ ቦትኡ ክውዕል ከም ንኣብነት ኣብ ሞንጎ ቦርደር ካናዳን ኣሜሪካን ዘሎ ብጽኑዕ ክሕለው ኣለዎ ዘይሕጋውያን ስደተኛታት ብእዮም ዝኣትዉ ፕሬዚደንት ትራምፕ ከዓ ብካናዳ ዘይሕጋውያን እንተደኣ ይኣትዉ ኣለዉ ኣብ ልዕሊ ካናዳ ዝለዓለ ቀረፅ ክኽፍል ምዃኑ ንሓለዋ ኢሉ ዝወፅእ ናይ ሚሊታሪ ገንዘብ ማለት እዩ ብተዘዋዋሪ ካናዳ እንተደኣ ነዚ ቦርደር ክትሕልዎ ዘይከኣለት ማሰይቲ ክወርዳ እዩ ብፍላይ ናይ ኢኮኖሚ ማሰይቲ ንካናዳ ዘይትነብሩ እዛ ጉዳይ እዚኣ ክትገርመኩም ትኽእል እያ እንተኾነ ግን ካናዳ ሓደ ካብቲ ኣዝዩ ዝገርም ዝኾነ ናይ ድራግ ዩዝ ዘለዎም ኣብ ዝኸድካዮ ጽርግያ ብዙሓት ናይ ሆምለስነስን ድራግ ዝጥቀሙ ሰባትን ብብዝሒኻ ትርኢ ብዛዕባ እዚ ኣስፊሐ ክዛረበ እንተኾነ ንሎሚ እዚ ፒየር ፖሊየር ዝተዛረቦ ብዛዕባ ድራግስ ከመይና ክንቋፅሮ ንኽእል መንስያትና ብኸመይ ክንሕኖም ንኽእል ዝብል ኣርእስቲ እዩ ጽርግያታት ካናዳ ብፌንታኒል መሪዩ ደሎ እዚ ብካናዳ ዝካየድ ዘሎ ናይ ድራግ ኦቨርዶዝ ልዕሊ ክንደይ ኣሽሓት ሂወታት ከም ዝለኸፈ ንፈልጥ ኢና ካብ ኩሉ ዘደንግፃኒ ብዙሓት ኣዴታት ደቀን በዚ ድራግ እዚ ከሲረን እየን ስለዚ እዚ ድራግ ኦቨርዶዝ ኮምፕሊትሊ ክንጎድፎን ክነቋርፆን ኣለና ኮታ 47,000 ሰባት ብድራግ ኦቨርዶዝ ኣብ ዓመት ይሞቱ ኣለዉ ልዕሊ 47,000 ሰባት ብናይ ድራግ ኦቨርዶዝ ከሲርና ኣለና ኣብ ካልኣይ ውግእ ዓለም ኣብ ካናዳ 47,000 ሰባት ከማን ንውግእ ካልኣይ ውግእ ዓለም ኣይከሰርናን ብትሰንኪ ድራግ ኦቨርዶዝ ግን 47,000 ሰባት ንኸስር ኣለና ብጣዕሚ ድሕዝን ልዕሊ 200% ብሰንኪ ድራግ ኦቨርዶዝ ከዓ ይጠፍኡን ኣለዉ እቲ ጠንቂ ናይዚ ከዓ ነፃነት ናይ ድራግ ምጥቃም ስለ ዘሎ ካናዳ ማለት እዩ ግድን ፍልሊና ንወገን ኣሊና ብዛዕባ እዚ ጉዳይ እዚ ህፁፅ ዝኾነ ረድኤት ክንገብር ኣለና ስለዚ ሓደ ካብቲ ኣነ ዝፅውዖ ዘለኹ ሎም መዓልቲ ማለት እዩ እቲ ነፃነት ናይ ድራግ ዝሃቦ ካናዳ ኮምፕሊትሊ ክመልሶ ኣለዎ ክእለ ኣለዎ ነፃነት ናይ ድራግ መሊሱ ንድራግ ኣብ ፅርጋታት ከም ዝመልእን ከም ዘዕለቕልቕን ገይሩ ቫንኩቨር እንተዓዘብ ኤድመንተን እንተዓዘብ ቶሮንቶ እንተዓዘብ እንታይ ንርኢ ፅርጋታት ድራግ ኦቨርዶስ ቀዳማይ ድራግ ኮምፕሊትሊ ኣብ ፅርጋታት ንኸይሽየጥን ንኸይሕዝ ተሓዝን ካልኣይ ዝኾነ ሰብ ድራግ ክሸይጥ ተረኸበ ብተሪር ክእሰር ንኸይፍታሕ ዶባትና ብፅኑዕ ክሕሎ እዚ ኩሉ ናይ ፌንታኒል ንካናዳ ዝኣቱ ዘሎ ብዶባትና እዩ ዝኣቱ ዘሎ ንሕሙማን ከዓ ኣብ ትሪትመንት ወይ ድማ ናይ ሕክምና ክረኽብሉ ዝኽእሉ መደባት ከነውፅእ ኣለና ፕረዚደንት ትራምፕ ንካናዳን ኣሜሪካን ዘለዎም ፍልልይ ኣፅቢቑ ይፈልጥ እዩ በዚ ምክንያት ከዓ ፕረዚደንት ትራምፕ ቀዳምነት ንኣሜሪካ ይሰርዓ ኣነ ከዓ ቀዳምነት ንካናዳ ይሰርዓ ቀዳምነት ንካናዳውያን ቀዳምነት ንህዝቢ ካናዳን ፀጣን እዚ ናተይ መሪሕነት እዩ ንካናዳ ዘላ ዘድልያ ዘሎ ፕራይም ሚኒስተር ንካናዳ ሙሉእ ብሙሉእ ዝከላኸለላን ዘድሕናን እዩ ሰዓት እዚ ኢኮኖሚና ክልዕሎ ዝኽእል ፀጥታና ውሑስ ክገብሮ ዝኽእል ኣነ ከዓ እዚ ኩሉ ክገብር መብፅዓ ይኣቱ ሕቶታትኩም ክቕበለ ሕጂ በብሓደ ክትሓቱ ትኽእሉ ኢኹም ሓራይ እዚ ፅናሕኩም ናይ ፒየር ፖሊየቭ ንካናዳ ዳኣተወዳድሎ ሓድሽ ፕላን ወይ ሓድሽ መደብ ወይ መብፅዓ ኢሉ ዝተዛረቦ እዩ ብጣዕሚ ወሳንን ኣገዳስን እዩ ናይ ዶናልድ ትራምፕ ታሪፍ ኣብ ካናዳ ዘለዎ ውፅኢት ብቐጥታ ክንሪኦ ምዃንና ርዱእ እዩ ኩሉ ኤርትራዊ ኣብ ካናዳ ዝቕመጥ ዝኾነ ቢዝነስ ክኸፍት ዝደሊ ሰብ እዩ ኣብ ሰዓት እዚ ናይ ታክስ መደብ እንተደኣትዩ እንታይ ዓይነት ሽግር ገጥመና እዩ ኩሉ ርዱእ እዩ ብዝኾነ እቲ ኩሉ ኣነ ክዛረቦ ፅናሕኩ ካብ ቃሉ ክትሰምዕዎ ስለዘለኩም ናይ ፒየር ፖሊየቭ ዝግበሩ ቃለ መሕትት ብኩላ ከም ፀኣልኩም ሰናይ ምክትታል
Canada will be fine. Apparently, neither she nor Justin Trudeau were following what the incoming president was saying. And now we must take account and we must be honest with our unprecedented weakness. After 9 years of Prime Minister Trudeau, our GDP is smaller than it was when he took off, per capita is smaller than it was when he took office. In fact, our per capita GDP has dropped more than any other G7 country since the year before COVID. We have the most indebted households. We've had the worst housing inflation. A quarter of our people are in poverty. 2 million people line up in food banks. Food prices have risen 37% faster in Canada than in the United States of America. Our economy is teetering on the brink of collapse. And now we face this renewed threat. We need a plan to put Canada first on the economy and on security. So, to start with, on the economy, I'm calling on Prime Minister Trudeau to put partisanship aside and in the spirit of Team Canada to accept that he cannot go ahead with quadrupling the carbon tax to 61 cents a litre. This was an irresponsible policy to begin with, but combining this kind of crippling energy tax increase, renewed threat. We need a plan to put Canada first on the economy and on security. So, to start with, on the economy, I'm calling on Prime Minister Trudeau to put partisanship aside and in the spirit of Team Canada to accept that he cannot go ahead with quadrupling the carbon tax to 61 cents a litre. This was an irresponsible policy to begin with, but combining this kind of crippling energy tax increase with potential tariffs from Donald Trump would push our economy into a nightmare and a tailspin. So, let's put partisanship aside and axe the tax. Second, the Prime Minister has to put aside partisanship and in the spirit of Team Canada, cancel his energy cap, which would see Alberta and Saskatchewan produce 35% less energy at a time when we need those jobs. It is our biggest industry and our biggest export. The incoming American president says he wants to cut gas prices in half. Well, the only way to do it will be to import more clean Canadian energy, so the Prime Minister has to stop this assault on our biggest industry. Next, He has to cancel all tax increases on work, investment, and making stuff in Canada. Finally, he needs to renew and restart the commitment to end the softwood lumber tariffs and the Buy America policies, just like Stephen Harper was successful in doing, even though Justin Trudeau has not been able to do that under 3 presidents and 9 years. On security. About a week ago, Justin Trudeau admitted that he broke our immigration system, and that brings new challenges. His own published documents show there are 4.9 million people here temporarily that are supposed to leave by December 31st of next year, 13 months from now. 4.9 million people. We asked what the plan was to track their departures, and yesterday his immigration minister said, we're just going to take people at their word. He admits that there have been 2 ISIS terrorists allowed into our country. What is the plan to protect our security and reinstate sovereignty over who is in our country? Military. Justin Trudeau has demolished our military with poor decisions, botched procurements, and wasted money. One thing he could do today is announce that his planned billion-dollar cut to the military is cancelled, and then present a real plan to reallocate money away from lower priorities towards rebuilding our military and reinforcing our military security over North America. And finally, on drugs. I don't want to stop drug overdoses to please Donald Trump. I want to stop drug overdoses so that there's not one more mother with her face buried in a pillow sobbing that she just lost her kid after 47,000 other Canadians have died. That's more than we lost in the Second World War. A 200% annual increase in drug overdose deaths have resulted from Justin Trudeau's radical liberalization of drugs. Justin Trudeau must put partisanship aside, not just for the sake of Team Canada, but for the sake of our people, and fully reverse his liberalization of drugs. Ban them, prosecute those who traffic in them, secure our borders against the illegal importation of fentanyl ingredients, put people in treatment and recovery to bring our loved ones home drug-free. That is necessary now more than ever. Look, President Trump has the right to put his workers and his nation's security first. I will put Canada's workers and Canada's security first. We need a Prime Minister with the strength and the smarts, the brains and the backbone to stand up for this country, to rebuild our security, our military, and our economy. That is what I will do. Let's bring it home.
Should Canada have less reliance on American trade, in your view?
That's a nice idea. It's a very nice idea. We live next door to the biggest economic and military superpower in the history of the world. We can fantasize about other trade partners, but I'm interested in reality. We've been fantasizing for the last 9 years, and look where it has got us. What we actually need to do is stand up for our economy by axing taxes, unleashing free enterprise, having a massive boom in our energy and resource production, and standing up for our country against unfair tariffs abroad.
Aside from all the measures that we laid out, would you be willing to retaliate?
If necessary. Si nécessaire.
You're asking the Prime Minister to put aside his partisanship. Will you put aside yours and join the government in a Team Canada approach?
I'm making nonpartisan suggestions today. But let me be clear. What we don't need is a spectacle of a bunch of politicians sitting around tables, meeting, and holding photo ops. I know that would be a wonderful spectacle for all of you. You would all enjoy that kind of interpersonal theatrics. But what we really need is an action plan with tangibles. So, bottom line, Trudeau's got to axe the carbon tax. He's got to lift the production cap on Canadian energy. He's got to rebuild our military and secure our borders. That is a real plan to protect our economy and our security and put Canada first, and that's more important than photo ops and meetings between politicians.
What do you think about the idea of Canada striking a separate bilateral agreement with the U.S., separate from Mexico? Do you endorse that idea?
Canada first. Let's put it this way. One, I only care about Canada. I want to put our country first. Two, America is responsible for over 60% of our trade. We trade more with the U.S. than we do with the rest of the world combined. I will do what is necessary to preserve and protect that relationship above all others.
$250 checks. Has your party decided if you support them? And can you also respond to the demands from the Bloc and NDP to expand it even further?
So, first of all, we will make our final decision and formalize it tomorrow at our caucus meeting, as always. But with our GDP collapsing, with $500 billion pouring out of our country, and with Canadians lined up at food banks, our priority is not to save you 10 cents on a bag of potato chips right before quadrupling the carbon tax on your heat, housing, gas, and groceries. What we need is a real common sense plan to slash bureaucracy and waste in order to bring down taxes, inflation, and interest rates. And we will answer. We also know that on the checks, Justin Trudeau has said, when he was asked about checks not long ago, he said, if you give out checks, you drive up inflation by exactly the same amount. If you have an economy with 10 apples and $10, it's $1 an apple. If you double the number of dollars in the economy to 20 and you still only have 10 apples, well, now it's $2 an apple. You're not actually increasing purchasing power by printing money, borrowing cash, and sending out checks. What that has done after 9 years of Trudeau has given us the worst inflation in 40 years, the worst housing price inflation in the G7. We have people living in poverty. They can't find homes. We need a real common sense plan to permanently axe the carbon tax, axe the sales tax on new homes so that Canadians can earn a powerful paycheck that buys affordable food, gas, and homes in safe neighborhoods. Nous avons besoin d'un vrai plan pour couper les taxes et impôts et permettre les gens de gagner des plus grands chèques de paie et pensions qui achètent de nourriture et de logements